Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Crypto Talk Wednesdays. We are unfortunately doing this week on a Wednesday, as yesterday I was sitting in load shedding. I've actually had no electricity for 7 days as of today. So a bit of a rough week, but fortunately found a place to do the talk, to talk to our beautiful, lovely Paul here. Some of you may know him. He is on the Telegram group. He's one of our Binance Angels. We're going to be speaking to him tonight about what the Binance Angel program is, how he found out about it, how it benefits him, the community, what he does in the Angels program. He's going to give you a bit of a broad basis on the Angels program, because myself promoting it to you, I actually want you to hear it from an angel, not from me, someone who isn't an angel. But Paul's going to give us the breakdown on that. We'll get into that in a few moments. We're going to go through our giveaway for tonight. 10 random participants are going to win 10 BUSD or 10 USDT, depending on what they choose. How we will select this is at the end of the video. Everyone that has commented on the video will go through the comments and we will read through, see what's going on, and we will randomly select 10 comments from the comments section. If you put hashtag Binance South Africa in your comments, it will give you a double chance of winning. So please do that. Put hashtag Binance South Africa everywhere. We want to be trending. We want to be all over the place. So feel free to do that. Also, before we get into Paul's beautiful speech that I know he has spent a lot of time preparing, let's talk a little bit about an announcement that was made yesterday. We now have bank transfers or EFTs available to South African users. What this means is that you can actually directly transfer to Binance. Now, you no longer have to link your online profile, etc. You can just bank transfer to Binance. It's quick, it's easy. So another great product or opportunity brought to you by Binance. We're now going to move on to the star of the show, Paul. As you can see, he is not afraid to turn his his camera on. Myself, personally, after 7 days of no power, can't say I look good, can't say I smell great. It's been a long week, guys. But let's get into Paul. Welcome, Paul. Good to see you. Good to have you on the channel tonight.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. You're always enthusiastic and energetic. It's always a vibe,
Yeah, it's always nice. It's always nice, guys. I'm sure some of you that are in the chat, if you've been to our offline events, you've met Paul in the Cape Town events. He's been there quite a few times, handling our registrations, signing people up to Binance. Paul, phenomenal angel, phenomenal human, and also good at paid ads, if you did not know that. But Paul, a little bit before we start, I'd like you just to introduce yourself, tell the people who you are, what you do, a bit about yourself.
All right. So, yeah, I'm Paul. I'm from Western Cape, Strand to be exact. And what I do is I'm currently into digital marketing. Here's my video feed. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm into live streaming, and yeah, I just freaking enjoy life. I live next to the beach, so what's there not to like? And I've been into crypto since 2017. I've used Binance since 2018, and I've been a Binance Angel since last year. So yeah, it's been pretty fun.
So guys, there you have it. That's about Paul, a bit about Paul himself. Also, I'm going to give a bit of introduction on myself. I don't think I've actually ever done this on any of our online events. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Doug. I'm very active on the Telegram group, either getting asked about rewards or giving out rewards or just talking to the community in general. I am 28 years old, live in Johannesburg, struggle with power in Johannesburg. I have been involved in crypto since 2013. I've made a couple of trades, not many, more of a hodler. Joined Binance last year, was at another exchange before that, but love crypto, love the fundamentals behind crypto and the financial freedom that it does provide and is expected to provide in more and more higher quantities in the future. But enough about me. We're going to get a bit onto Paul now. Before we start with the questions about angels and what the program is and what do you have to do and all the hard questions, if I could put it that way, I'm going to ask Paul, why did you originally get into cryptocurrency? What caught your eye? What drew you into cryptocurrency?
I guess it's the fact that cryptocurrency, 2017 was basically when all the hype was like going crazy. Like, if you're not into crypto, what you're doing with your life, And I was still scuba diving at that time. And a guy was like, yo, no, I made like 2 million rand in this week. And I'm like, what, bro? we're diving all the time. How are you doing that? And he's like, no, bro, cryptocurrency, that's where it's at. And I'm like, okay, well, I have to try that. Needless to say, I did not make 2 million Rand in a week. I rather got a few liquidation emails, but such is life, such is life. But yeah, that's how I got into crypto.
Great to hear. So it was the height of the bull run. Everyone was talking crypto, guy diving, told you about it. Great story. I mean, myself, crypto, I think I've told you this story, Paul. I used to be a very big computer gamer and was playing a StarCraft tournament.
Oh, yeah, you told me, yeah.
First place to, I think, fifth place got something like $10 or $15, and then the rest of us got Bitcoin. And I was like, what the hell is this stuff? Sold my Bitcoin for $2 or $3 a couple of months later and regretted it 6 years later. And that's how I got into cryptocurrency.
That feels bad, bro.
If I could go back at this stage, I really would. But hey, I wouldn't be here without that. If I kept it that long, I probably wouldn't be talking about cryptocurrency. I'd just be investing more and more and more. Just a few questions in the chat. Doug, why did you join cryptocurrency? So I used to invest in Forex, but sometimes Forex can be quite slow. And I use Forex more for how do I put this? A monthly investment with almost sometimes guaranteed payouts. It's like a passive income for me. Whereas crypto, there are risks involved with crypto, but the bigger the risk is, the bigger the reward is. So crypto I use to make bigger amounts. Forex I use to make smaller amounts. Joseph T. Doug's UPS has finally, after a lifetime of service, unfortunately passed away. My UPS has not passed away. It's downstairs. I just fortunately have power tonight on my laptop, and I bought one of those little UPSs for the Wi-Fi. So you no longer have to hear my beep, beep, beep the whole time.
That is irritating, bro. The beep, beep.
It's the sweet sound of the beep, beep that keeps people involved in the Telegram quizzes.
Fair enough. I see there's quite a few, actually.
Sorry, you were saying, Paul?
I see there's quite a few questions from the community, which is really, really awesome.
Let's go through a couple of them before we get into the Angels part. Doug Blow's a gamer. Yes, I am. If you did not know, Paul's also a gamer, heavy involved in technology. A lot of people involved in crypto, as you go through, you'll find out they're very technologically based. A lot of your Bitcoin purists and that, because remember, Bitcoin cryptocurrency, it's technology based. It's not hard paper physical based. It's technology based. So a lot of people involved in crypto, very involved in technology. Joseph T, again, unfortunately, my UPS has not passed away. I will put it on purely for every Telegram quiz, just for the community. Success. I'd love to be a Binance able to sacrifice my time and show more love for the Binance community. We'll talk about that a bit further on in the chat. What are the benefits of an angel? We'll also bring that in on the chat. Doug, you sold Bitcoin for $2. Let's not talk about that right now. It's a bit of a sore point. Still breaks my little heart a little bit. So on and so forth. Binance Angels get paid in BUSD. Binance Angels are volunteers, so we will talk about that a bit later. There are not financial rewards involved with being a Binance Angel. There are other types of rewards. Doug and UPS. Guys, next time I'm going to put all three of them on for you at the same time so we can hear beep, 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 beep. Okay, let's talk a bit about the Angels program. I'm going to start off with just explaining what Angels are and what they mean to me as someone who works in Binance and works a lot with the community. For me, an Angel, no better way to put it, is a godsend. We sit here and we work day in, day out. We go to events, and unfortunately, we don't have 50 people to come to an event to help us set up and help us bring people into the event and so on and so forth. So we rely heavily on Angels just to assist us, be that extra set of arms that we need. And our communities would not grow without Angels. We wouldn't be where we are without our Angels and the support they give us. I mean, when it comes to events, Paul himself, he helps me set up the event. He helps me sign people in. As much as I wish I could be everywhere, I can't be signing people in. I can't be talking to people. I can't be starting the event, everything, all at the same time. So Angels really do help us in that way. With the questions to how do I become a Binance Angel? In the chat, well, not in the chat, in the description of this video, I did drop the link of how to become a Binance Angel. There is a little URL there. Click on the URL. It'll take you to a page where you can apply to become a Binance Angel. What happens there is a little bit of a questionnaire, kind of who you are, what you do, etc. And then I will myself personally send you an email. You can book some of my time. we chat for a bit to find out who you are, your crypto knowledge, etc., etc. And then we make a decision from there. Where will you benefit Binance in the factor of offline events, online events, talking, etc.? But I'm going to let Paul now have a bit of chat about this. He's been through the process. It's not as intimidating as it sounds, guys. It's really not. But before I get onto that question to Paul, I'm going to say, yes, you are correct. Who was it? King. I do have a better love story than Titanic with my UPS. Love that thing. It's brought me out of a lot of load shedding problems. But Paul, to simplify that and bring it from an angel's perspective, how would you describe the onboarding process as an angel?
So thanks for asking me that. And community, what's up? So the onboarding process of an angel is basically you apply to become an angel, and then you get a 5-minute call where it's like almost an exploratory call. And then you just chat like who you are you a real person, that type of thing. And after that, you maybe get another meeting and you just discuss like, are you going to be an angel? Then there's some forms to fill in. And then there's the whole onboarding process that you go to all the different Telegram groups. They teach you, they train you a bit up. It's like an angel's boot camp in a sense, where they check, okay, how are you helping people? How are you talking on the groups? Do you have the type of personality to actually help people? Basically that. And then after a certain period of time, there's some not archangels, I guess there's archangels that are just like, we like what this guy's doing or gal's doing, and you get promoted to an angel. And that's basically it.
Thanks, Paul. So very simplified version of that, guys, is I will send you an email. I then have a little, as Paul said, it's kind of an exploratory call. I just talk to you, find out who you are, a bit about you. Then I forward you on to a member of Binance. Generally, he will also have we call it an interview, but it's more of another exploratory call, just finding out what you know about crypto, what's your headspace. Are you a protagonist, an antagonist? Are you a helper, are you empathy-based, sympathy-based? We do a whole personality test just to find out if you are suitable to be an angel. Don't worry, those test results aren't as big a problem like people think. If I'm a protagonist, I'm not going to become an angel. A lot of angels are protagonists. It's just your personality, and we like to just find out who we're dealing with. We don't want to have an angel on board that sits there. Paul asked me a question, and me being an angel, I go, no, that's it. We like angels who engage. They're friendly. They have time for people. That's what we like to see. Before we ask the next question, Paul, we're just going to go through a couple of the questions in the chat. Actually, one for you, Paul. What motivated you to become a Binance Angel?
Okay, sure. So first of all, I think initially it was just the respect that I have for Binance as a company, as an organization. Amongst all the other cryptocurrency exchanges, they stood out for me in the sense that it appeared from my vision at that time that they had the most integrity. And I feel that's very important when you choose to work with money, crypto money, with anything. So I really like that. And the fact that, I want to get involved with crypto in any way possible, because at that time, I was also just doing everything with brick and mortar companies with my digital marketing background. So, I just wanted to get more involved with crypto, honestly.
That's a very good answer, if you ask me. I mean, a lot of people want to get involved in crypto and don't know how to. I mean, Binance Angel is a little bit of a stepping stone. Joseph T has a question. How much time do you spend as an angel on a regular day? Do you do this full time, or do you have a job outside Binance? Most of our angels definitely have jobs outside of Binance. This isn't a full-time job thing. As you'll see, angels come into the chat, they go out of the chat. Generally, we'll have 2 or 3 angels active at a certain time, but it's entirely up to you. We do have a minimum amount, I think it's 15 hours a week or a certain amount of messages, just to make sure you stay active, you're on the groups. It's not too hectically monitored. We're not going to tell you if you're doing a good job, you're doing a good job, whether you're active for 1 hour or 15 hours. Generally, a good angel is a good angel. And I mean, we have angels. I don't know if you knew this, Paul JP, one of our angels. Guys, you've probably never seen him on the group chat. But when it comes to offline events, the man is a miracle worker. He is an absolute miracle worker. We have angels with different specialties. We know Damien, Paul, they're good at speaking. We put them on online events. Same with Linley, Nelson. JP, he loves to be at offline events, help more on the offline side. We had Buckware, who's unfortunately on a nice long trip at the moment, but he was very, very good at online events. So we kind of tailor make your angelness, if I can call it that, to what you're good at.
Yeah, I think that's with anything, honestly. Like, you have to play towards your strength. It doesn't help that you, like, say, tell a fish to climb a tree if you know a monkey can climb it better.
Exactly. I'm not going to, it's as you just said, it's another analogy. I'm not going to ask a fish to climb a tree.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask. I mean, if Paul comes to me and says, Doug, I'm really not happy talking in online events, not a problem. Paul is exceptional at offline events as well. Fortunately, Paul's
yeah.
everything.
The first time I was at a Binance event, it was in Cape Town, and Doug was just like, "Yo, Paul, can you just like take this mic and welcome everybody in on the stage?" I'm like, "It's my first event, but it's fine." He said, "Just 2 minutes, bro, 2 minutes," and a few moments later, and I still held the mic. So it was quite interesting, but I enjoyed it.
Extenuating circumstances. I needed something from one of the speakers. We all know how that story went. You did very well. You stood up to the occasion. Stuff we love to see. Moving on to can an introvert be a Binance angel? 100%. It doesn't matter if you're introverted, extroverted. If you are helpful, you are helpful. If you don't talk all day, how are you? How great, etc. But someone asks a question and you answer. It's fantastic. Our main goal is to help people, educate people. That's what us angels, or what the angels are for. Another question we had, I seem to have skipped over it and now I have forgotten it. Let me see if I can find it. Somebody asked, besides Angel, were there Binance Devils? No, there were never Binance Devils, unfortunately. That's not something we
that's the
ever had.
rebranding.
Hey, if you ask most people at events, it's the Binance Degens.
Yeah. I remember a lot of people actually voted for that on the Kahoot game.
Every time. The question we were asked was, do you have to have a lot of crypto knowledge? Guys, basic understanding. We also do train you that we do have groups where if there's a question that you need help with, angels communicate with each other as well. We don't just sit on the Telegram group. If an angel needs help, other angels assist that angel. If other angels can't assist, technical team will assist that angel. Or I myself will go to internal Binance people or Binance staff and say, guys, listen, we're having this question. How do we answer? And then we'll come back to the group. We'll always find an answer to a question. That's what the Binance Angels are about. You don't need a wealth of experience, as Samuel just put it. Just basic fundamentals. Understand what crypto is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to move on to the next question. And this is one we've actually just gone through. Are there evaluations made on Binance Angels? Yes, there are. But the very nice thing about these evaluations, I'm sure, Paul, you just went through them, didn't you?
Yeah, it's quarterly evaluations. So every quarter you go through like just a report, like how's your experience, what can be done better, what are some things that you see doesn't work. It's basically feedback that they get from you. Also, evaluation, like what I've experienced is that they're not too hectic on it because it is a volunteer position. So you really can't be too hectic on someone, if you're not paying them. So they're very nice, very friendly. And something they always say is, we love our angels. So if you become a Binance Angel, that is one thing you will hear quite often.
100% true. We know I have a love for my angels. I have a love for all my angels out there. But to put it this way, we call it Binance Angel evaluations. It's actually more feedback. It's more feedback on what do you think's working, what's not working. It's a three-pronged approach. So the angel will give us what's working, what's not working, etc. I'll then also say, how's the angel doing? And then the archangels also give feedback. But it's never a case of, oh no, Paul is a terrible angel, blah, blah, blah. It's more a case of, okay, Paul has said we can improve online events by doing this, this, and this. Then we give feedback on how can we implement that. So it's more a feedback session than an evaluation, guys. We do sometimes remove angels. That, I mean, is 100% normal. Everyone makes errors at some mistake. We might onboard the wrong type of person as an angel that is a protagonist or trying to push their own project, etc., etc. That sometimes does happen, but we try to keep our angels loyal to us, because at the end of the day, guys, loyalty is a big thing. Your angels are loyal to you, they perform better. If we are loyal to our angels, they perform better. Same as any transaction in the world, we all go to our bank and we're loyal to our bank because our bank is treated us well. The moment our bank comes to us and says, guys, we're increasing our transfer fees by 10 Rand. Nope, sorry, I'm out of here. I'm no longer loyal to you. We take the same approach to our angels. We don't increase fees and this and that. We just give them what we give them in the best way we possibly can. And we value our angels' feedback as well. I mean, our angels' feedback, that helps us grow. I don't have time to sit on this Telegram group all day, every day. I have other stuff I work on. Angels, they provide me with feedback that I need to run the community to the best standard we possibly can. I'm going to move on to another question. So we're getting a bit sidetracked. I mean, as we know, Paul's passionate. I'm passionate. We love our angels. Our angels love us, I hope. Sometimes
I feel Doug is bringing like 80% of the passion here, but I'm like inside, I'm burning with passion, guys. Honestly.
Teti man, do you have bosses, or you're the boss of yourself? So I wouldn't say angels have bosses. They have myself, the community manager, who they report to, but I'm not their boss. We all work together. Yes, I'll tell them when events are happening, what online events are happening, but I can't exactly go up, as Paul said, to a volunteer and say, hey, you are doing this today. It is a volunteer program. That's pretty much it, basically. I think Paul is frozen. Am I the only one that's seen Paul frozen?
No. Am I frozen? Testing 1, 2, 3.
I think maybe my signal's a bit off. People just love asking questions, etc. Okay. Must I know virtually everything about crypto? No, you don't have to know everything about crypto. Doug is a nice angel. He attends and replies to questions politely. Success, I'm not actually an angel. I'm a Binance employee. But our angels, they also all very lovely people. We've probably met them all. Can we become a Binance angel to meet CZ personally? If that is your only goal, unfortunately, most likely not going to be successful in that. But yes, our angels do have opportunities of meeting high-level people. I mean, Linny and Mornay, two of our angels, have met Helen Yi a couple of times. The opportunity is there. If there's events, you're invited to the events.
Yeah,
you have opportunity to network quite well.
If CZ is in South Africa, then most likely he loves angels as well. So sometimes I would say like, yeah, lunch with CZ, you know. But like, if that's your only motivation, I would highly suggest not to apply, just like Doug said.
Paul, I'm just going to ask if you can go through the next few questions. I'm just going to move rooms. My signal seems to be dropping quite hectically.
Okay, cool. So Samuel, do Help Support and Binance Angel provide the same services? No. So Help Support, if you are struggling with something very technical on your account, then most likely you should contact support. If you have general questions on, do I buy this, can I buy this? Well, not buy, but we can't provide financial advice. But if you're just having general issues, then we can help you. Yeah. So who are Binance Angels and, it's Samuel again. Who are Binance Angels and what exactly do they do? So we just help assist the community manager on Telegram talks, on moderating the chats, offline events, online events like this. Okay, how can one become? How many free abroad tips do you get in a year as a Binance Angel? Santi, I wish I could answer that, but I have never been to a abroad trip through Binance. I don't know if we're still live here. What's this? Interesting. That's a wrong language. Interesting. I hope you can still hear me. Let us see what's up next.
Apologies, I just had to reconnect. My signal went a bit mad.
No stress, no stress. What is the max and minimum numbers of Binance Angels in every country, city, or state? I don't think there is a maximum, yeah. But like for example, I know a few other countries have a lot more angels than South Africa currently has. So, I mean, if you're keen to become a Binance Angel, we could definitely use the help because we really want to help push adoption. And I want to go and walk down the streets and just, use Binance Pay at any coffee shop and buy a coffee because that's the dream, eh? What are the benefits of becoming an angel? So I actually tweeted, but I got a Binance Swag bundle, which was like a wonderful robe, a jacket that's almost like a K-way type of jacket, but such high quality, guys. Like, it's amazing. And socks. I mean, who doesn't want socks? Eh? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I am back. Yeah, Paul, as you just mentioned, the swags, Angels get limited edition swags. I mean, Paul just got his. They awesome. I myself do not have a Binance robe. I wish I had one. The jacket, as you said, high quality. I mean, those that have been to our events, CZ's biggest pride is the quality of our swag. And as you said, the stuff is priceless. We'll never sell it. We give it out at events. Guys, our clothing is the best quality probably you can get in swag at the moment. The stuff is amazing.
Like, this shirt is so thick. It's I think it could probably stop a knife, but I won't test it. But honestly,
yeah, please don't test that. Paul, we love you as an angel. We don't want to get a call saying Paul was testing his shirt and stabbed himself.
No, walking Long Street, bro.
A new question, Emmanuel. Diploma necessary? No, diploma is not necessary. Just need to speak general English, pretty much. Also, I did see a question, how many angels are there? Guys, the more the merrier. Obviously, there is a limit in a country. It all depends on the population size, etc. Obviously, your larger countries need more angels, but if you have a population of 10, we don't need 10 angels. But yeah, it all depends on the size of the country. I mean, some countries have 50 angels, some countries have 10 angels, 20 angels. All depends on the size of the country at the end of the day. Okay, so if Binance Angel is known by the community as Binance Angels, what do Binance Angels call the people in the community? If you've never seen us say good morning, it's Binantians. We call our community Binantians. We don't call them general community or just the community. We call them our Binantians. And again, we value you guys alongside our angels. I mean, the angels wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be here if there wasn't a community to back us. But we're getting a bit sidetracked. We've only got 2 minutes left on the call. So we're going to move on to just a couple of last questions. Paul, how has the Angels program benefited you, made your life better, if I can put it that way?
I think it's definitely the people I met along the way. Like, for example, I wouldn't have met you, Doug. Like, you're a pretty legit dude. So, and then, of course, the fellow Binantians, that actually meeting people that you always see the name on the Telegram group. Like, that's really, really fun. And, just being nearer to where everything is happening. Like, you're on the frontier. Yeah. And of course, the swag, I now have an extra shirt. I've got a hoodie. I've got a hat. I've got a robe. I've got a jacket. I've got 2 pairs of socks. Now I just need the flops. And then I'm set. But yeah, that's basically my... Also, they do provide education. So whenever there's like a new thing happening from Binance, we get taught, like, you can use it like this. So education is a very key part of Binance.
Thanks, Paul. Natniel, looking forward to becoming a Binantian. You are already a Binantian. You are part of this community. You are on our call. You are on this live stream. You are already a Binantian. We have a question. Is English a criteria for Binance Angels since Binance is a large platform? No, it is not. If you are living in Portugal, Portuguese would be the language of choice. If you're living in Spain, Spanish would be the language of choice. It is whatever national language is in that country, that would be the language that would be required. Obviously, I'm not going to have someone in South Africa speaking Portuguese because majority of South Africans speak English. I'm not going to have someone in, for instance, the United Kingdom speaking Afrikaans because a lot of them are expats who will understand Afrikaans, but majority is not going to understand Afrikaans. And guys, from what I gather from what Paul just said, he's a Binance Angel because he loves the community, loves the education, and above all, the socks. Paul loves the socks, apparently.
Wait a minute, I can show you the socks. Wait.
While Paul goes and grabs his socks, guys, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the program. As I said, if you do want to join, there is a link in the description of this video. Feel free to click on the link. There we go. They're the socks, guys. Binance
Look
socks.
at those socks.
Beautiful.
It even has the branding. Look at that.
Just like you got them from Woolworths, Paul, but better.
This is better. Actually, they are such good quality, bro. Like, honestly, my socks feel as if they're in heaven. Bro. My socks, my feet. But yeah, it's really, really cool.
So just to answer your Keenan, to answer your question before we end the call with a few notes, what is the specific reason they are called Angels? Like, why not Agent? So Agent gives the call center vibe. They aren't call center people. They're angels because they assist us they come and help us when we need help. And that's why they are called Binance Angels. No network, no light. What could possibly go wrong, Doug? Hashtag Binance South Africa. Umar, I'm sorry. Tonight, I will not be showing my face. I will show it in the next event. Not a problem. I'm sitting here in absolute darkness. You'll probably see 2 eyes and some teeth because of ESCOM. But yeah, guys, we're going to say thanks, Paul. It was great to have you on the chat. Guys, we're always on the Telegram group. If you aren't part of the Telegram group, join us. You can chat to Paul. You can chat to myself, the other fellow angels. Paul, any last words from you?
Guys, the socks are really amazing. So hashtag I want your socks. Just go for it. Honestly.
Paul, still obsessed with the socks. But guys, we're going to say thank you to Paul. I'm going to say thank you to everyone that tuned in. I hope this gave you a bit more insight into the Angels program. If you do want to apply, again, link is in the description. Apply. Make sure to mention South Africa in your application. I check almost every 2 days. I'll go through the application, send you emails. We'll chat. Maybe you join the team and we take it from there and get some socks. So, guys, thank you for joining tonight. Have a great evening. Thank you, Paul, again. Great community. Yes, hashtag Binance South Africa, hashtag Binanceans.
Awesome. Cheers, community. Well, Binanceans. See ya. And cheers, Doug.
Cheers, Paul. Thanks, everybody, for joining.